This is Tennessee Stud by Doc Watson. Around about 1825, left Tennessee very much alive. Never would have got through the Arkansas mud if I hadn't been riding on a Tennessee Stud. Had some trouble with my sweetheart's paw. One of her brothers was about outlaw. Sent her a letter by my Uncle Fudd, then I rode away on a Tennessee Stud. Tennessee Stud was long and lean, color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like a Tennessee Stud. Headed on down into no man's land, across the river called the Rio Grande. I raced my horse-skin Spaniards full till I got me a skin full of silver and gold. Now me and the gambler, we couldn't agree, got in a fight over Tennessee. We jerked our guns and he fell with a thud, and I got away on a Tennessee Stud. Poor boy. Tennessee Stud was long and lean, color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like a Tennessee Stud. Got just lonesome as a man can be, dreaming of my girl in Tennessee. The Tennessee Stud's green eyes turned blue, 'cause he was dreaming of a sweetheart too. We locked right back across Arkansas, whooped her brother and I whooped her paw. I found that gal with the golden hair, and she was riding on the Tennessee mare. Oh, big fella. Tennessee Stud was long and lean, color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like a Tennessee Stud. Stirrup to stirrup, side by side, across the mountains and the valleys wide. Came to Big Muddy and we forded the flood on the Tennessee mare and the Tennessee Stud. They're good horses, you know. Pretty little baby on the cabin floor, little hoss colt playing round the door. I love that gal with the golden hair, and the Tennessee Stud loves the Tennessee mare. Tennessee Stud was long and lean, color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like a Tennessee Stud. Thank you.